Okay, so we're going to start this tutorial off with primer, but I don't actually use primer. I have this product that I purchased. I can't find it. I have this product that I purchased thinking that I would use it for my moisturizer, but you know, it was supposed to make me matte and it made me ghostly. And it is the Pond's Lasting Oil Control Vanishing Cream. It looks like this. Cause I get really oily and I wear my makeup for hours and hours and hours on end. So I need something that's going to have me matte all over. And the next step for me in my foundation routine is to conceal. So I know that a lot of people in general only conceal to highlight, but I have some dark marks that you can, see around my face. And I don't like to judge foundations based off of whether they can cover them. It's about, does it do what I want it to do? Does it keep me looking cute? We are going to cover up where we can. Next up is the fun part, the part that everybody was very excited about, were the foundations by Fenty Beauty. So I am in the shade 390, thanks Cynthia Guebu because she's who I match against. But I'm in the shade 390, and my thoughts on this foundation, because I've been using this foundation for a while now, I would say about a month since before filming. It's a good foundation. It's a really, really good foundation. And I remember there was a conversation going around on Twitter about, state your unpopular opinion. And then there was a state your unpopular opinion for makeup. And one unpopular opinion was that Fenty Beauty is being held in high regard, partially because it's Rihanna's brand. And yes, it's her brand, right? And we love it because we love her. But that is not the primary reason why I love the brand. And for me, the primary reason why I will use Fenty Beauty, rep Fenty Beauty, is because, there are other brands that came out and have 40 shades. But for a brand to release 40 shades at their launch, unheard of. We never see it. They always tell us, we're gonna get more shades in, don't worry. Or, they launch shades that they know work, or shades that are standard, quote unquote, and then we have to wait 3-4 months before the shades that represent darker skinned women, or that even represent women with different undertones, we've got to wait 3-4 months before those shades come out. And that's just unacceptable in my opinion. No. Don't get me wrong. I shaded and still do shade Fenty Beauty for one reason and one reason only. So they make this beautiful foundation for all shades, especially darker shades. I wouldn't say they favor darker shades, but this is a brand that busted out of the whip with the shades for the dark girls. And they've got these dark models that are modeling, and they've got representative models, I should rather say. But you can't purchase Fenty Beauty in South Africa or in any African country because, what part of that made sense? So I get it. You make amazing products and you make them for every shade or for every type of woman or whatever. But you make this beautiful, beautiful foundation for darker skinned women. And then the one continent where you're likely to find all of the shades that could benefit from such a product, they don't even have access to the product. So whatever, you have international shipping. But come on, this is Africa. And most African countries really struggle with their postal systems, etc. Not all, definitely not all, but it's not exactly easy to get products into these countries. What stopped Fenty Beauty? I just want to know. What stopped them from having some kind of distribution in African countries in the same way that Chanel has a counter at Woolworths? Maybe I should be talking to Woolworths. Maybe I should be talking to Edcon. Maybe, I don't know. But somebody needs talking to. Like, if Africa was just not on their list of to-dos. No. In this world. No. No. Okay. So that's it for foundation. I'm getting really nice finish and coverage, I would say. My problem areas are covered up. Yeah, she's happy. So now we're gonna move on to highlighting and concealing. And I use the medium, I'm pretty sure it was the medium Matchstick Trio combination. So it was, I have the caramel highlighter, caramel concealer for highlight, truffle for my contour, and then the like highlighter that goes here is rum. Yeah, so let's try that. So again with caramel, because remember I already went with it earlier, and a lot of people talk about how, like I said, it needs to warm up. For me, if I start here and then work my way into the inner corner, it's warmed up enough for me to get what I want done. I'm used to LA Girl concealer where I leave it to dry down. This does not get to stay on my face and dry down. It just does not, because this particular this particular concealer dries very quickly. Very, very quickly. So we're actually just gonna blend that out immediately. And it's not too yellow, not too bright, not too anything. I think that's what I love about Fenty Beauty right now, is that like, I mean, if I don't go ham on my eyes, which I intend to in this tutorial, if I don't go ham on my eyes, I can still look really like natural, but have this pretty finish. And I really enjoy that about this. So I'm gonna go in with my contour color, which is again truffle. I like to put my contour very high, partially because I gained weight in my face. I gained quite a bit of weight in my face, and yeah, that has been the cause of my ever-present, ever-fire contour. I'm contouring my nose now. I put my contour right in here because it slims the nose like literally from the top. Trick from Jackie Aina, who is high-key my favorite blogger, or beauty blogger, I guess. Beauty content creator is what I should call her. But yeah, that's who I got that suggestion from in particular. Now this is the area that I always find difficult with this particular product. The matchsticks move. They will blend, but God forbid it be simple. Like it definitely is not a simple blend. It requires somebody who has time and patience and is willing to, you know, get their whole entire life and bicep by blending this one area. Because I always fear, like, if I don't blend and then I go out looking like I've got, I don't know, like I've got some kind of bad artwork on my face. That would be very oxmanox. Okay, so little old me did not realize that my camera stopped recording, so what you missed in essence was me blending out my contour. I added a powder contour on top of the Fenty contour by Essence in shade number 4, it's little eyeshadow shade number 4. Then I cleaned everything up with some powder. Underneath my eyes, I used the LA Girl Pro Powder HD setting powder in the shade Banana Yellow, just to clean up underneath that, you know, powder contour, because for me, powder contour can get really messy. So I added in the Yardley Loose Powder in the shade cappuccino. It's been a while, so it definitely has rubbed out. I'm pretty sure it's caramel. I remember I sourced it from, I found out about the product through Foyni. She's another YouTube ZA beauty blogger or beauty content creator and a makeup artist. I popped in some lashes by Eyelure. The color or the style is Exaggerate number 140, and whew, exaggeration of note. It's like enough drama to match my ego. And then on the eyes, I put in just like a brownie transition color, and then I put the Kilowatt highlighter on the lid, and I used the shade Hustler Baby. And so now I'm gonna highlight the rest of my face. So I'm skipping the Rum Matchstick and I am opting straight for the Kilowatt highlight, and I'm gonna use Hustler Baby again. We're gonna try to use a fan brush, but you know, in general I use my fingers, or I just pinch a different type of, ooh Lord, a different type of brush to get the job done. I don't know if I like this application. I won't lie, I don't like this application. So I'm gonna take another one of my more trusty brushes. It's a Tuscan Hills blush brush, but I find when I hold it at an angle, it still does me a lot more justice than that fan brush just did. I mean, look at that mess. What the hell? I like to bring my highlight all the way around. And then for the nose, I like to put a little on the tip, and then the tiniest amount on the bridge. Just to, again, that drama. You just want that drama. I'm gonna pop a little bit onto my Cupid's bow, not too much. And then we're gonna go in with the coup de grace, okay? And that would be the Fenty Beauty Stunner Lip Paint. It's very, very liquidy. I learned that from the first time that I tried it. Very liquidy. It's very watery. The applicator's cute. Personally, because of how watery it is, I would almost want it to be a little bit more pointed so that you can get precise lines, but alas. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that dry down, but that is basically the finished look. I'm gonna add in some finishing spray. I use this MOD makeup finishing spray. Like, if you don't know the brand, you wouldn't know to pick it up. And my friend had it, because I was getting ready at her place. My friend had it, and like you guys know, that day one, it rained and rained and rained, and her face did not move. Okay, so that's the final look. You obviously would have seen it on Instagram very, very quickly, but it's as many of the products that I have that I could use at the same time on my face. Final thoughts. I've been raving about Fenty Beauty for the past like 2 weeks since I actively started trying to use the products. I love them. I love them. I'm disappointed, like I mentioned, in how you can't get their products in South Africa. And for most people, you know, shipping a product in is very, very expensive. I mean, Fenty Beauty came out a while ago. They've had well over and there's still been no communication about how Africans are meant to use their products, how Africans are meant to engage with their products, because Africans cannot get their products. They don't have any licensed retailers out here that we know about. Like, you made 40 shades and an entire continent is left out of that conversation. That's my only gripe with Fenty Beauty. Aside from which, I love their marketing, I love their packaging, I love their products, and yo, guys, I love glistening like I glisten because wow, that highlighter does things. So, thank you for watching. Please enjoy my other videos and you have a great day. Bye!